Hello everyone, we do apologize for missing Tuesday's Teaspoon of Grace. However, today being Wednesday, you'll be served. This week's serving comes to us from Matthew chapter 24 verses 3 to 14, and it reads, Now, as he sat on the Mount of Olives, the disciples came to him privately saying, Tell us, when will these things be, and what will be the sign of your coming and of the end of the age? And Jesus answered and said to them, Take heed that no one deceives you, for many will come in my name, saying, I am the Christ, and will deceive many. And you will hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you are not troubled, for all these things must come to pass. But the end is not yet. For nation will rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there will be famines, pestilences, and earthquakes in various places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Then they will deliver you up to tribulation and kill you, and you will be hated by all nations for my name's sake. And then many will be offended, will betray one another, and will hate one another. Then many false prophets will rise up and deceive many. And because lawlessness will abound, the love of many will grow cold. But he who endures to the end shall be saved. And this gospel of the kingdom will be preached in all the world as a witness to all the nations, and then the end will come. Here is the reading of a portion of God's holy word. This Bible verse is basically telling us of the signs that we should pay keen attention to when we see these things happening in our world. As the scripture says, we should not be troubled, but to look up and to be aware that Jesus is coming is very near. Further along in the chapter, it tells us of how we don't know the exact hour, the exact time of his return. But what we can use is the signs of the time to help us to know that yes, Jesus is very near. And so let us not be troubled, let us not worry and be anxious when we see all these things happening in the world. But to look up and to know that God is really and truly near, so let us really prepare our hearts and our minds and try our best to live for him and ask for him to help us to tell others about him and to be ready, to be prepared, so that when he comes, by the grace of God, we will all be saved. If you were blessed by this week's sermon, remember, feel free to share as we spread the grace of God everywhere. Until next time, stay safe.